Good morning, mathematician friends. This is lesson 4.4, division ties to multiplication. The learning intentions are I will be able to understand how to model division number stories with arrays, multiplication, division diagrams, and number models. The success criteria, I will be successful when I can use multiplication facts to solve division problems, use arrays and diagrams to model equal sharing and equal grouping number stories. I also will be able to identify the quotient, dividend, divisor, and remainder. I also will be able to write number sentences to model number stories. The math message for today says 12 pennies are shared equally by 4 children. How many pennies per child is that? Use your dry erase markers and slate or tabletop to draw equal groupings. Pause the video now. So how did you do? Let's take a look. Maybe you had something like this. So this is a 4 by 3 array. This is one way to show your understanding. Boys and girls, another way to show your understanding would be to use this multiplication division diagram that we've used in the past. So in the first box here you would put children. In the middle you would say pennies per child. And our box on the right would say pennies in all. Pause the video and tell me what numbers are going to go in each box. So for the first box you should have placed a 4. Pennies per child we weren't sure yet, so that would be a question mark. And pennies in all we know we had 12. So friends, a number model to match this number story would be 12 divided by 4. You also could have written it this way, 12 over 4, or lastly 12 divided by 4. These are all examples of division number statements. Mathematicians, the division number statements are made up of 3 parts. First you have your dividend, which in this case is the number 12, your divisor, in this case which is the 4, and then lastly you have your quotient, which is the number 3. Your dividend is the total before sharing. So our total before we broke anything up was 12. The divisor is the number of equal parts, or the number in each equal part. So in this case it was 4 in this problem. The quotient is the answer in each division number story, or the result of division. And our answer or result in this case is 3. Let's try it again. There are 15 pennies. Each child receives 4 pennies. How many children are there? So let's take a look here, and we can start by saying the first box here, of course, will have children. The second box will have pennies per child. And the third box will say pennies in all, just like we did with the other one. Pause the video now and try to fill in these squares on your slate. So what we don't know is the children, how many there are, so we're going to put a question mark there. How many pennies per child do we want to give? And that would be 4. And the pennies in all would be 15. So division number stories you could have wrote. So the division number stories you could have written are as follows. You could have written it this way, 15 divided by 4, or 15 over 4, which also means 15 divided by 4, or this way that you saw on our fact test, 15 divided by 4. Pause the video and try to solve this to find out the answer to this problem. So now, boys and girls, if you tried this on your own, you could have figured out by maybe using an array that you could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, we don't have some left over. So that's going to be called a remainder. So how many children are there? Well, from the last slide, we found out that there were 3 children. And how many pennies were left over? We found out that there were 3 left over. 15 divided by 4 equals 3 with a remainder of 3. The remainder is the quantity left over when a set of objects is shared equally or separated in equal groups. So as I showed you before, we had 4 equal groups of 3, but then there was 3 left over. Let's give this another try. Let's try another problem. 23 candles are arranged with 3 in each row. How many rows are there? Let's try another problem. 23 candles are arranged with 3 in each row. How many rows are there? How many candles are left over? Pause the video now and try this on your slate. So as you can tell, we have to have 3 in each row. So I'm going to start counting 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows, and I have 2 candles left over. So 23 divided by 3 equals 7 remainder 2. Now mathematician friends, your teacher might want you to practice a few more, but if he or she feels you are ready, you could go on to Math Journal, page 86, and it says, solve each number story, use counters, or draw an array to help you, fill in the diagram, and write number models. You are not to use a calculator, and if you need help, it has some student reference pages on here. Let's look at number 2 right away. The sewing club has 36 feet of cloth. They need 3 feet of cloth to make 1 book bag. How many book bags can they make? So you're going to need to fill this part out, write your number model, and come up with your answer. Boys and girls, your teacher might also want you to look at this page for additional support. It says follow the direction and solve each problem. 15 divided by 3. To do this, what you need to do is start at 0 and do hops of 3. And I will do this with, so I start at 0, go to 3, and then I'm going to go to 6, and then I'm going to go to 9, and then I'm going to go to 12, and then I'm going to 15. So as you can tell, how many hops did I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hops. So 15 divided by 3 equals 5. This might be helpful. Mathematicians, if you finish page 86 of your math journal. Your teacher might want you to go on to this equal sharing mystery number. It says find the mystery number for 3 different start numbers. In trial number 1, the start number and second number should be less than 10. In trial 3, the start number and the second number should each have 3 digits. Use your calculator. Good luck. All right, boys and girls, remember, have a happy math day. Bye for now.